I'm glad I caught a 5080 wind force for 1400. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too, man.
Idiot of the week.
There's a couple of posts that I saw on Twitter, on Newegg's Twitter, that really were concerning to me. Here it is. Here it is. This is the one. This is the one where I was like, okay, this post was the most concerning one that I've seen so far. So this guy here paid 1,500. Okay, let me finish the story. This guy paid $1,500 for a 5080 Ventus. The key word is Ventus here. This is an MSRP model. It's not the Ventus OC, it's the Ventus. Which the Ventus OC and the Ventus are the same. The other one is just a scalp. The OC models are just pre-scalped versions from the vendors, right? So this guy spent $1,500 on a base MSRP model. Then he thanked Newegg for selling it to him at a $500 surcharge. I mean, minus the tax, whatever, $350 surcharge. He could have bought a 4090 for the same, for $100 more. It's fucking lunacy, dude. It's absolute lunacy. He's thanking Newegg for getting scalped? Scammed and grateful. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. So 2.5 years. So this guy is thanking Newegg for scalping him $500 when he could have gotten a better card with more VRAM, 20% faster for $1,600 2.5 years ago. And it's complete fucking lunacy. When did the plot get lost here? Why isn't this guy mad? Like, why isn't he mad that he could have been gaming on a better card for 2.5 years? Anarchy out there, man. Dude, I got in the Newegg lottery. I had a checkout for a 5080 gigabyte OC for $1,200 and I didn't buy it. I'm like, that's not worth $1,200. It's worth $1,000. It's not worth $1,200. Like the performance of it, not when you could have gotten a 4090 2.5 years ago for $1,600. Like you have to compare today's prices with what you could have gotten for $1,600 2.5 years ago. You could have gotten the 4090 2.5 years ago for $1,600, even $1,700. You could have gotten a base model for $1,600. The Ventus, you could have gotten a Ventus 4090 for $1,600. So now a Ventus 5080 with less VRAM, 20% worse performance for $1,500, and this guy's thanking him. It's I can't relate, man. So the problem is scarcity. There's so much FOMO driven by this launch. Techia City had the best title, where it completely brought out the worst in humanity on every single level. So you have scalpers and vendors like MSI and Asus just artificially bumped up all their prices by like $400, $500 for no reason. No reason. Because Gigabyte and Zotac have not done that. Right? So you can still get MSRP Gigabyte and Zotac models, but not MSI and Asus ones, right? So again, yeah, this guy just paid $400 extra for a Ventus, right? Why? So it brought out the worst. So it brought out the worst in AIBs It brought out the worst in purchasers. It brought out the worst in content creators. It brought out the worst in common sense. It's crazy, man. It's really sad to see. Never mind this crazy shit. Newegg. What was that? Where's that crazy ass Newegg one, man? Look at this. So this guy bought the $6,500 Newegg bundle and is selling the graphics card for 11,000 USD. Now my stance on this is I don't mind scalping or scalpers, to be honest. If there's a dumb human out there willing to spend $11,000 on a 5090, you would be stupid not to sell it to that guy. Like, this guy just got like a free motherboard. This guy made money on a $6,500 bundle. Yeah, yeah. I don't view scalping as like, okay, I don't like it when let me rephrase. I don't like it when distributors ship like 100 cards to their buddy to scalp. That's fucking scummy. But if you're just like some guy, and if you're like a dude like all of us, and you buy a bundle for 6,000 and scalp the card for double, that's just called being smart, right? You don't have a hookup. You don't have like insider trading with the distributors. You don't have, you're mashing the refresh button like the rest of us. You got one, and instead of holding on to it, you're thinking logically and you fucking scalp the thing, right? I'm okay with that. That's just fair game. I call that fair game. I don't call that the distributor and the AIBs shipping it to their buddies to scalp. That's not fair game. That's like insider trading. I don't like that shit. That's not cool, right? That's pretty scummy. Oh, his post got shared by Newegg. So Newegg is compounding the FOMO and anxiety on top, saying it's okay if you spend $1,500 on a 5080. Well, in fact, they're rewarding they're smart for Newegg. They're rewarding the behavior by sharing the post. It's so, dude, consumerism is so cancerous. Wow. I also got one. Let's go. Crazy, dude. I do like capitalism. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong going on here. Dude, remember after the pandemic was over, I was like, never forget who took advantage of you as a seller and as a buyer. Never forget who was a piece of shit to you during the shortages. What's the first thing Newegg does the day after the shortages again? The first thing they do, they post a $6,500 bundle. Yeah, I mean, and nothing bad is going to happen because they're in the driver's seat. It's a seller's market again, right? Actually, Devin Nash said this the best, to be honest. In a world of capitalism, I might have misspelt it. There has to be have-nots to have-haves. Like, you're either a have or a have-not. But to be a have, there has to be have-nots. And Newegg is the have, and this guy is the have-not. This guy needs to exist in order for the rest of us to profit. It has to be that way. And it's always been that way since the medieval times, kings and all this shit. Haves and have-nots. Yes. Your goal as a real have is to make the have-not feel like he has. Exactly. Yes. He feels special. He has a dopamine kick in his brain now. I got a card. I'm special. Yeah, good job there, buddy. I just got $500 out of you. Good job, buddy. Educate yourself, fam. Educate that shit. Educate. Because no one's going to protect you. No. What's golden rule number 1? Take care of yourself. Golden rule number 1. Take care of yourself. Because no one will do it for you. Nobody. Have and have not. Make sure that you're on this side of the fucking fence, boys. Make sure.